Okay, I'm going to predict the future for you because I've already seen it. I've already got out of my time machine. No, I'm really good at predicting the future. My track record has been impeccable, by the way. Nobody's track record is perfect, but here's one thing I will predict for you with 100% accuracy. Okay? Right now, like Meyer Optic Gerlitz is doing crowdfunding over on what is it, the GoFundMe page, or the page where you actually set up a website. I forget which website it is on right now, to actually gain money to build an old lens. They are already like 200% funded. Maybe it's like 400% funded. Kickstarter. I can't remember if it's on Kickstarter or on the other website. They've already got a couple other lenses like that they've already fully funded on. They've gone into production on. These are really old lens designs. Here's the revolution. This is the revolution that's going to happen. The measure baiters have gone too far in lens design. All the old coots that worked at Nikon and the old coots that worked at Zeiss, I mean, they're all dead or retired. Most of them are dead. And we're talking about lenses that are almost 100 years old. Now you see, when I show people bokeh like this, not that this photograph is interesting at all, they say, I gotta have that damn lens. I mean, that is what the F I'm looking for. I see these old photographs from these famous photographers, and my current super expensive lenses, they can't put out that crap. I want this. I posted the most boring image. Now, I'm familiar with a lot of these old lenses. There's tons and tons of old lenses. Nobody's familiar with all of them. Nobody's even familiar with more than half of all of them. Now, this is like the most boring. I took this image. This image has been viewed, God, 10,000 times already. This is the most... I made a video like a week and a half ago saying, this image sucks. It's my image. I said, this image sucks. People weren't interested in the image because it is a boring-ass image. I just wanted to show the bokeh qualities of this lens. People are viewing the piss out of this and faving the hell out of it. It's a horrible image, but it is about what the lens does. It's an old mirror lens. People think mirror lenses suck. Well, a lot of them back in the day did suck, but they were Chinese pieces of crap. This is a real Nikkor 500mm f8, the real mirror lens that makes donut bokeh. Now, some people don't like donut bokeh, but a lot of people love it. I tell you what, you take a model shot with some glistening water behind her, and you use a mirror lens, it will just crap out magic dust and unicorn poo. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It is incredible. You see a portrait shot with donut bokeh using a mirror lens with like glistening lake water or ocean water behind. Man, that is some amazing crap. I mean, that makes for some... People are looking... They haven't even seen this stuff anymore. It's like people that have been eating Wonder Bread for years, and it's just crap-ass bread. You know, just cookie-cutter crap-ass stuff. I hate to remind a lot of these measure baiters out there that are into lens design, there are people that are designing lenses, is that all these lenses that Nikon and Canon and Fuji are making, while they're wonderful and sharp and really fast and everything, photography is still an effing art form. People want this stuff. I tell people contact me, it's like, well, what the hell lens produced that freaky image? You know, how the hell do I get like soap bubble bokeh? Like you were showing an example of, like in this image. You know, none of my lenses do that. It's like, yeah, you got to buy this old lens that hasn't been made for 50 or 60 years. And then they ask you, why the hell isn't it made anymore? You know, why? Because all of these lenses are bleached, sterilized, and designed by measure baiters. They are demanded by these measure baiting assholes that only care about perfect resolution, zero chromatic aberration, and perfect corner-to-corner brightness, and they bleach all the quality, soul, and character and divinity out of these lenses, and you end up with Wonder Bread. It's like the lens is really sharp and it's great, you know? How about this stuff? This is what people want. Anyway, there's going to be... I hit the microphone. What an idiot, huh? There is going to be a revolution, and it's already started. A revolution in lenses where people are going to cry out so loud, and they already are. Pets, you know, the crap that rolls out of Petzval lenses are Russian-made, and Russians make crap. Okay, I lived in Russia for quite a long time. Russian quality is crap, but Russia is making Zenit and one other company are making recreations of these old lenses, and they're selling. They're solid brass. It doesn't matter what the hell the body's made out of. People are buying it because there's no other source for it unless you want to buy like a really rusted lens that costs $1 bazillion on eBay. It's just too damn high because it's people in the rangefinder forums and the people like me that know about these old lenses. Anytime they see one, they pounce on it. They pounce on it, and everybody else doesn't have a chance to have it. When people see these images, like, I gotta have that lens. People don't even know stuff like this exists. You know, photography is an art form. I don't care if the lens is, perfectly sharp or not. Some of the most beautiful images I've ever seen are fuzzy images. They're blurry. I'm not saying that this image is blurry at all. It's not. It's like, well, I can be sharper, You're focused in perfectly, but that lens is not perfectly sharp. And I go, what? You know what? You're right. It's not. But it's also, well, this image isn't beautiful. This is just an example of the bokeh. The images made from this lens are fantastic. They're orgasmic. Sharpness and resolution is not everything. This is an art form. If that is the case, then all impressionistic paintings and Salvador Dali and all these paintings which are unsharp and fuzzy and you kind of have to like close your eyes a little bit and you can see what the person, those are multi-million dollar paintings. People aren't buying them because I was like, oh, this impressionistic painting isn't sharp at all. The guy just like painted the house using a bunch of different colors. You can kind of tell it's a house, but not really. Yeah, that's a super valuable piece of impressionistic art that's worth $10 million or $100 million. I'm sorry to say, but photography is still an art form. People want this. The demand is really high. It is growing exponentially. And the supply is like this. The demand is growing like this, and the supply is going like this, because crap hasn't been made for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And when that happens, the inevitable can and will happen. There will be a snap. Bam! It'll go off like a dynamite stick. Supply, demand. Someone will fill that huge hole. And it won't be Nikon or Fuji or Canon. It'll be people like Meyer Optic Görlitz and Petzval and some other startup companies that start up a Kickstarter and they go, you know what? Nikon and nobody else is going to make this lens that everybody wants. We'll make it. We're going to start a Kickstarter. And they're going to, And then a new lens company is actually going to form around making lenses that aren't super sharp. They don't have perfect vignetting, but they make artistic, beautiful renderings of light that people effing want to buy. The last two lenses from Meyer Optic Görlitz, which are based off of really old designs, the demand is astronomical. The supply, they're cranking them out as fast as they can. There is and will be a revolution in what people demand out of photography lenses, and it's already starting, and it is only going to get bigger. It is going to be exactly like the people that are drinking Budweiser for 80 years, and they're like, this stuff is really consistent, but it's also boring as crap. And then, oh, lo and behold, all these microbreweries sprung up. Some of them got really rich. Like, I don't drink at all. What's the name of that company that has the Patriot on the front of it, whatever his name is? Some microbrew company that is now like super rich. They're in every grocery store. Paul Tuckett or something like that. Someone will tell me. I don't drink alcohol. But there'll be a small company that's going to get really rich really quick that's going to start making stuff like this. It could be Meyer Optic Görlitz. I mean, they could be the next company. They're very fast-paced to outstrip Zeiss. When people start learning about these, they need to drop the price, however, some. Their prices are astronomically high, but people are still paying for it because there's nowhere else you're going to get it. Unless it's the original lens, which, many cases is astronomically high and in really bad shape. It's been sitting in someone's basement for 50, 60 years. So it's, fungus and mold and, not very desirable. So that's what's going to happen to photography. That revolution is going to happen. It's already started to happen. People are waking up to this neat old stuff, and they're like, oh my God, this stuff exists out there. But nobody's making it anymore. That doesn't make any sense. And I go, you're right, girlfriend, it doesn't make any sense. And people that have some smart business acumen are going to start doing that. Petzval is one of them. Meyer Optic Görlitz is one. And Nikon and Canon and Fuji. And these people are asleep. Samyang or Rokinon, even though they make crap lenses and their lenses are crap, they, with their inferior lens technology, they should get into making this stuff, because there is a lot of, as much as I have zero respect, zero, for Samyang Rokinon because they make crap lenses, if they started, they could do a lot better job than that they did 70 years ago. Even with their crap quality production control and whatnot, they could still do a lot better job, and they can make the lens really fast, really cheap, and it'd still be better than the original. I would start recommending those lenses. Samyang Rokinon, if you're listening, if you want to start making some serious money and some lenses of yours that I will highly recommend, start making some of this stuff. Like the Zeiss Genetesser, the Demoplan. Nobody's ever going to recreate the SMC, the Takomar Pentax lenses, because those are full of radioactive thorium, but lenses like that. Soap bubble bokeh, people want that. So that's what's going to happen in photography in the next few years. I absolutely guarantee it, 100%. And thanks for watching. Okay? Bye.